Hey everybody, this is Max from server 133. Welcome to this new video. In this one, we'll be speaking about the Arctic Barbarian invasion. I have already made two videos about this in the past, but this one seems to be having some more information that can help you. Also, in the middle of the video, I'm going to be sharing one small trick. This can help the medium size and the big size keeps to get even more points in the Arctic Barbarian invasion. Now, why is this event important to participate? So anybody who is a K36 or above, you my dear friend must participate in this event, and I will tell you why. For scoring the points, as rank in the top 5 or top 10, you will receive, apart from the decoration is not that important, okay? It's not really something that you should stress about. What is important are these rewards, out of which the tactic scrolls, the treasure boxes and the dragon source fragments are the most important ones in my opinion. If you are somebody who's spending money in the game frequently, you might not need to stress about these items. I can understand, but for somebody who's like me, who has been barely spending money, maybe like a $5 a week or something like that, I would want to aim for getting the dragon source fragments, the tactic scrolls and the treasure box, as many as possible. So that is one of the reasons you must rank in the top 10. Of course, for the people with the bigger March size and more higher power troops will definitely score more, but that does not mean that you don't stand in the competition, right? The second thing is you should all focus on scoring more points, because of which your alliance will also receive these rewards. Now, for people who have main accounts and who are getting these rewards, very good. Your alts getting these rewards is also really beneficial, because you will want to do a lot of research on your alts as well. So the research speed up is there, some gems, some resources. The treasure boxes can also be converted into resources if you are having it on your alts. But again, this is not something that the game supports. But if you have it, well, go benefit with it. And then the most important, achieving the mark of 500 million points. Why would you want to do that? So the higher points you score, you start getting these reward boxes from the game itself. Okay, so the more you score, the more you get rewards, and the last or the highest level of rewards gets unlocked at 500 million points, which is like 40,000 gems, a bit of healing speed ups, some refining stones, soul crystal, and most importantly treasure boxes. So gaining all these rewards is something that you must want to focus on. Now, let's move to the part where we understand how the Arctic Barbarian invasion works. So let's say this is the castle that I'm going to attack. Now, few things that you must understand is that avoid rallying a castle. Now, why do we have to avoid rallying a castle? Definitely you will defeat the castle and everybody will be able to reinforce and make points. But when you rally a castle, the number of people participating in the rally are using their chances. Unless it is two people rallying a bit higher power castle, fair enough, understandable. But if you are using 5-6 people to rally a castle and then not able to defeat it, or defeating it but barely making any points, is not worth it. So let's say for a person like me, I can currently sold a 502 million castle without March size buff, with standard 20% attack defense HP buff, with barely 5 to 10 million power loss. So it is worth it. Now the first part is that you figure out which kind of the castles that you can defeat. So I can defeat the 502, I can defeat the 466 million, I can also defeat the 391, all those I can defeat of level 5. For somebody who's just K35 without T14 troops, you might want to target only level 4 barbarian cities. Nothing wrong with targeting level 4 as well. It's just that you should be able to score maximum points out of every opportunity you get. Okay, so first you figured out that this kind of castles you can defeat. Then you have to figure out that how much power you have to occupy. So let's say the lowest power required for occupying is 66 million. And then the highest power required to occupy is 198.4 million. We'll make it round figure 200 million. Now what does this mean? This means the troop power to occupy this castle should be 198.4 million. So if you have that much troop power, like without the general, so I have got approximately 9 million T14 troops. So when I have my whole march of T14 troops, it goes to 252 million. Now when I say without the general, the 198 million is the troop power, not the general power. Okay. Now the next thing is how you can, score more without burning your march speed ups and without missing your rallies or without interrupting your rallies. So right now there are some rallies going on. I'm not participating in those. I'm just gathering because I want those tokens for the Tai Chi's Wheel of Fortune. I'm like, I got only 22 shreds on me, but I want to get the bow, so I'm kind of struggling. We have got more 5 days, including today's day, that is 6 days. So I have a fair chance to get the bow. Coming back to the Barberian city. So now what you're going to do is you're going to send an attack to it, which will, go in its own pace, nice and slow, smooth. And then once it defeats the city, the march will return, and then you will send another march to occupy it using a speed up. Okay, so this is what is going to happen. You are sending a march towards it. The march is going to land in 2 minutes. I'll just mention it here. Now you cannot send a follow-up march to occupy it or reinforce it, right? You will have to wait for this march to finish attacking, and then you can send a march. By that time you will be losing either 2 minutes of the time, or you will basically have to use some march speed ups. Now this is just 80 to 90 kilometers away from where I am, so I'll barely be need to use maybe 4 or 5 march speed ups, which is equivalent to 5000 gems. But what is the other way to do it without wasting march speed ups? So here it is. You declare an alliance war. You select any general, that is up to you. So I'm going to select a queen. I'm going to load it up with siege machines. That goes to a total of maybe 200 million above. I'm going to start the rally. Now as I start the rally, it is visible over here in the alliance war. Sorry for this. And then I can just simply shoot it. So now what has happened is the march is already on its way to destroy the castle, and then there is a march on its way to occupy it. Now what is going to happen because of this? I'll not have to leave the hive, port there, and then do the Arctic invasion, wherein I'll be missing the rallies happening in the alliance, or I will not have to use my march speed ups. In this case I'll just use one, so that the timing gets faster and you guys don't have to actually wait to see the entire thing happen. So it's just marching, 17 seconds left. My attack will land in 17 seconds. I'll pass it here and I'll say 40 seconds to reinforce. Now see, the attack is done. My march is like 26 seconds away. In 26, 25, 23, 22, 21. I'm not going to count. My maths is poor. In few seconds the march will land onto it. And I'll start making points. We can just simply observe it for a few seconds and you can see it yourself. There goes the march, reinforcing the Barberian city. Done. I'll slide it a bit here and there, and you can see the points are being scored now. Isn't that great? So use this technique. Everybody can use this technique basically. So just you start a rally, you send a march, and then you shoot the rally. Don't shoot the rally before sending the march, because if you start shoot or send the rally before sending the march, you will not be able to have two marches going towards the city. What I did was, first I send a march and then I release the rally. You can also set the rally before, then send a march and then release it. But the order must be sending the march, that is sending the standard attack, and then releasing the rally. That is how, if you time it properly, you won't have to use even a single march speed up to occupy the Alliance city. Sorry, not the Alliance city, the Arctic Barbarian city. And with this, it becomes very easy for you to, at least occupy maximum cities by sitting at your hive, basically without using any March Speedups, and also without missing a huge amount of rallies. Missing 1, 2, 3, 4 rallies, or maybe 2 rallies in a set of 5 is okay, not a big deal, not a big loss. But then once you move out of the hive, you will be repeatedly missing like a bunch of rallies in a span of 25 minutes, which is not really worth. So if you plan it like this and if you do it this way, it will definitely benefit you a lot to make points. My target is currently to stay on the number 1, not just currently like now, but by the end of the Arctic Barbarian invasion to stay on number 1 on my server. Multiple reasons. One is, it's gonna give me a satisfaction of getting rank 1 without coining or without using any Barbarian tokens. The second thing is these crazy rewards. I love these rewards. Also, if you are somebody who's doing this, let me suggest you something very important. If you get those tokens, don't use them. I'll tell you why. Those tokens can be redeemed or used after the event to get items like refining stones and tactic scrolls. It may look or it may sound a bit stupid, but trust me, it's a game changer. With this, I conclude the video. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. This is Max from Server 133 signing out. And I'm very happy that I could keep this video short and informative. Make sure you use this trick so that you can get the maximum points for yourself. Share it with your alliance so that they can do the same and they can also earn good points. And also guys, I'll be streaming the All Stars, which will be happening in a couple of days. So please visit my live stream. Vote for me as the popular streamer so that I can get the rewards from the Team Ebony. I would also like to see a new frame on my face. Don't forget to subscribe the channel if you like this video. And thank you for all the subscribers for supporting me so far. We'll see you guys next time.